Hi everyone, it's Vic Camp and we're back. The last time I made a video we were looking at this Golden Arrow from all aspects of the front of the game, inside, but we never got around to coming back here and taking a look at this back glass. Like I said, this is I'm picking up where I left off last night, and I wanted to show you how nice this original NOS, which means new old stock, Gottlieb back glass is. I can't see a mark on it, so I'm going to call it mint condition. I have to say it because I don't see a mark on this glass. All right, so we'll even give you a shot of how nice the whiteboard is, and the score rails and stuff inside here. It's very, very nice too. All that wood is very clean. All right, so what I'm going to do now is maybe we'll just button this up, and then we're going to go to the front of the game and set up, and we'll play a game. As you can see, the back is really nice condition. Everything in here is extremely new looking and clean. Okay, let's set this up now in the front, and I'll close that back door up. Right. All right, so let's go over the game and make sure everyone understands how to play this game. We're going to go over the gameplay right now and the sequence of operation for this particular game. So, on the play field, I got a little dim in here so we can really see these rollovers lit up. All the number rollovers 1 through 10 are the sequence for this game. So what the player wants to do is, player wants to get all 10 numbers out and then get rewarded a special here in the center of the play field. Once the player gets all these numbers out, 1 through 10, and there's 12 rollovers. These are rollovers here. There's 12 of them, and there's 4 stand-up targets. Number 4, 8, 7, and 1. So anyway, there's quite a few ways you can get these numbers, because there's the number twice. You got the 10 over here, and you got the 10 over here. So think about it. The numbers there are some double numbers. There's only 10 numbers, and the player must get all 10 numbers out any which way and light that special. Once he lights the special, then the special means that one of the yellow arrows will indicate which rollover or target is lit for special. And the special roams through the 1 through the 10 sequence. So it can be given, it could be lit at any given number. It could be lit at the 5, 6, the 1, 2, 3, 4, any one of these numbers. And this game has a nice setup too. So let's continue with the sequence, and then we'll get to the design of the game. So it's numbers 1 through 10. You're going to hear me repeat myself a lot, but it's better I go over and over. Even though the game is very simple, if you go slow and you repeat yourself, people will pick it up quicker. So I want everybody to pick up how to play this game. So bear with me on the repetitious facts. Like I said, all 10 rollovers and targets included have to get made, and they get made by going through. Now the 3's not lit. So player must get them all out. But you notice over here there's the yellow arrows lit. It's not lit there. It's only lit at one number at a time. So it's easy to follow. Right now it's on the 2. So the yellow arrow plays into the sequence of the game. What it does is, it says here, lit arrow scores 5,000. So when you go through a rollover that doesn't have an arrow lit like the 4, you have 5,700. And you roll through the 4 with the ball. You get 5,000. If you go through the 2 with the arrow lit, when the arrow's lit, it's 10,000. And you can hear the gong go off. This game, I forgot to mention last night, has a set of chimes, and it has a big 100-point gong bell. So there's only a few wedge heads that were made with that gong and the chime unit together. So the arrow can be moved through this rollover. As you can see, you hit the rollover. Watch, it's on the 3 now, the arrow. Moves to the 4. I'll come over here to the 5, 6, 7, 8. So the arrow rotates around through that roll over there, and it tells you it moves it, or going through the spinners, which is a really nice feature. When you go through the spinner, you can move the arrow too. So sometimes you spin real hard and you don't know where it's going to land. And it lands on something that sometimes is right where you want it to be. Like the 9 now. So the 9 will be wherever the golden arrow is, the yellow arrow, the gold arrow, whatever you want to call it. If you hit through, you hear the gong, it scores 10,000. Everything else is 5,000, and then after that it becomes 500. when they're first lit, the numbers like 5 and 6 are lit now, and 9 and 10 aren't. And they're 5,000 at that point when you first get it out. Then if you coincidentally go through that same number again, it's only 500. So there you have the scoring point system. We know now that if you move the arrow moved to the 1, and the 1's up here, it's lit here, and you can get the 1 over here. So if you hit this target, you're going to get 10 up, went to the 2, 3, 4, 5. So the 5 is going to be 10,000 because you have the arrow there and it's lit. If you go through again and it's not lit, it's only 5,000. So that golden arrow, or that yellow arrow, represents a lot of scoring. It scores 500, 5,000, and 10,000. And when it scores 10,000, the rollover has to be lit. Let's move it to the 1, which is lit. That'll give you 10,000. Now if you go through the 1 again and the arrow's lit, you're going to get 5,000. So the 10,000 rings the gong, and 5,000 rings the chime unit. You'll also have these targets over here, these green bullseye targets. When they're lit, they're 10,000. Or they're 1,000. So this one's lit, and it's going to give you 10. It's going to ring the gong. It's going to turn your 78 to 88. Just like that, real quick, one step. If you go through the 1 which has the arrow lit, it's going to give you 10. It's going to give you 5,000 now because the arrow, the number 1 isn't lit. It's already made. And if you move the arrow around to the 7, which is to the 7 now, you're going to get 10,000 because the 7 wasn't made yet. So now it's made. So you have the point system, scoring system rather, explained. And you can see when you hit the pop bumpers, it alternates the 10,000. So you just have to hit that 10,000 right. Okay, so with all the point system down, we're going to just make, I think looks like we need only the 8 to make the special. So we're going to hit the 8. And now the special is lit. And the lit arrow is going to give you 5,000 and a free game. But you have to find the golden arrow or the yellow arrow. And there it is, it's on the 3. So you have to go through here and collect your reward, your special reward. If you go through, you're going to get a free game. You got 4 games on there now. And there it is. So now the game becomes really fun because right now I'm showing you the sequence by pushing things with my finger. But you could imagine how much fun it is chasing this special, which will go all the way around to every number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that gives a player 10 chances at winning a free game on one of the numbers. It's very exciting, this game. I mean, I don't know how it can't be rated pretty high. I mean, I think it's a really terrific player, quite honestly. And the reason being, now I'm going to give you some reasoning behind my thoughts. There's not a lot of wedge heads, first of all, that I'm going to end this game and I'll get back to what I was saying. Okay, so the game is ended. There's not a lot of games that, during their sequence, a lot of the wedge heads we're talking about, Gottlieb made, that have this type of moving special. I know King of Diamond has it. There's a couple other ones that have it, where it moves around. Aquarius has a moving roaming special, which I love because of that. So this feature of the special moving around through the numbers is really a great feature, and it's not in a lot of games. Like I said, I can name another one, Aquarius, but Aquarius doesn't use all the numbers. There's 12 numbers on Aquarius, but the special doesn't roam through all 12 numbers. This particular game, the special roams through all 10 numbers, which is unusual for Gottlieb to give a player that much freedom. So with that being said, I'm just going to try to play a couple games here before the timer runs out, hopefully. I'm going to put on the bright light now so that we can see what we're doing, hopefully. And I got the scores and the flippers in. Hopefully I won't be in the way of the game. So away we go. Now it's always good that the player shoots the ball out so he gets the 2 or the 3, like I just did. And getting the ball back up into another rollover is a nice thing too. But at first start of the game, you might want to try to get the 2 or the 3, since they're the harder numbers, and they're not. And the 2 and the 3, 2 and 3 is not a number that is shown twice on the playfield. So 2 and 3 are the harder numbers on this game because they're only up there at the top and nowhere else on the playfield. Here's the 1. The 1 is another number that is only shown once on the playfield. Oh no, I'm sorry, that's not true. The 1 is over here. So there's a lot to think about. There's 10,000. I just hit the 10,000 gong on the green target up there. You heard it gong on. So this is a terrific player. I mean, there's a lot going on. Again, for an EM, the sequence is pretty nice for the player. I don't have to worry about anything on top anymore because I got all the top out. I really only need the 5 and the 9. I got special and it's only second ball. But there's a house ball. Like I said, 9 and 5 are the only ones I need, and they're showing it in 2 spots, which is nice. So, like I said, the hard part is on top. For some reason, oh, there it is. I matched on 90. You probably can't see it because the camera doesn't go up that high. So you got to know the top shot for the 2-3 like that, right off the bat. 94,000, but free game is 120. Not bad, 111,000. That was second ball, and I need that 8 for special. This is third ball, 111. There it is, the 8 for special. Now the special's lit. I gotta find that arrow. Yellow arrow, there it is, up and down to 10. It's up to 1 now. I'm looking for that target, the 1 target for the free game. It's on to 5. Ooh.